Good morning, friends. It's good to see you again. Thank you so much for coming to my super early live stream. I'm here like an hour earlier than usual, and I'm sleepy, but I'm glad to be here. We're hype, we're hanging out. I'm live on both Twitch and YouTube, and I'm excited to see you, so thank you so much for waking up, starting your day with me. Hi Cass, thank you for being first to cry. Hello to Vikas on YouTube as well, it's good to see you. We have a couple other friends here. Good morning. I'm so excited to play some Animal Crossing with you guys. Just need to bring down the music. Let me know if it's okay on your end because it's really loud for me. So just want to check and see how it is for you. Quick test. It is currently just past 9:30 in the morning. And Okay, cool. Thank you. Thanks for the check. I'm from California, so I see. Where are you from? I'm from California, doll. Let me know where you're from. Let me see if I can bring the time over there. Let me see for my YouTube friends. Crazy work to be live before the 2-digit time. I know. I honestly, my aunt has been under the weather, so she wasn't able to walk with me today. Bittersweet, bittersweet. Mostly because I got to go live early because of that. But then also, like, dang it, that sucks because she's not getting her walk in, you know? Yeah, she's been, well, she ended up, it's not like super sick, it's more so like, she has like a headache and like her ears were ringing because she went to a concert 2 days in a row. So honestly, she's fine, but she's just like feeling the repercussions of like going and doing that. Um, but hopefully she'll be back to walking tomorrow with me. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. Good morning. It's good to see you. I'm doing well. You like my baby? Thank you. That's so nice. It's so big. You just reminded me of when you went to a concert. I haven't been to a concert in a while, I feel like, so I feel like I'd probably be the same though, like overstimulated. I'm glad you're doing good. Do you see my other baby back here? By the way, do you see the other one? That one's my favorite. Thank you for the lurks. I appreciate my lurkers. I'm grateful for you. And we have an ad break, so let's thank our friends for watching ads over on Twitch. No, it's really not for the week. They're fun, but they're energy consuming. But yeah, so I had some extra time on my hands this morning and I was like, oh, we'll just go live early and then I could do everything else in my day earlier. So here I am attempting to do that, and we're going to be exploring on my first ever island. And I haven't been here in a while. I did visit it actually a little bit recently, but I didn't like actually roam around it. And I don't know, I have like very nostalgic feelings this morning. And I just like, I literally have been itching to like do something new. And we'll see what that ends up being in the future. I feel like I've definitely been doing so much lately. You know, working on all of my YouTube videos, and I have 2 islands right now. But for some reason, I guess I'm still not stimulated enough because she still wants more. I still want to do more. And I thought before I would go on here and just be like irrational and do something crazier, I would just come on and just like see if I can get a little bit of satisfaction or like a fix from visiting a past island, and more specifically my very first island, because I feel like you all are telling me you've never seen it. And I'm like, whoa, yeah, you know why? Because I never made anything else like it. It was the only island I think I really didn't have like a theme. And I just kind of like went whimsically. And this island's supposed to be based in winter. Oh my gosh, I have to show you. But another reason why I wanted to visit this island today is because it has both my cats on it. And as you guys know, it's been a really hard year for me. And I've really been missing my baby. And like, look at them. I could cry right now. Like, they're literally right here. They keep popping up on the screen. And it's just like so crazy. And I literally was thinking of coming here, like creating an island for my cat bag. Um, because I just miss him. Good night. Thank you so much for coming. But yeah, but I was like, that's so like a bit impulsive. And I don't have like any plans, right? And like starting an island is not easy. If you guys are watching my Berry Bestie series with Cass, we're barely reaching 3 stars and we started that island like at least a month or 2 ago at this point. It's been a while. So I was like, it's so much work to get to 3 stars that maybe I don't want that. Maybe I just want to be able to visit these villagers and like live out this little life. So I thought I'd come here because it's actually already kind of made for me. So yeah, that's kind of my plan today. A lot of you guys actually, I see, have the common misconception that my first island is the Pink Milk City. And that was actually my second island. I'm really excited, but also embarrassed to show this first island off because it's not even pink, like at all. And majority of the people who've watched me or like found me, especially in my beginning days, they only know me for pink decor. So it's really different to be showing you this island, especially when like there is that common misconception that my first island is the pink one. Hello to Cyanite and hello to Ahar. Good to see you and thank you for joining me, and thank you so much for watching as well. I'm grateful for the support. Good morning, Utopia. It's good to see you. Yeah, so everybody's like, oh, I'm thinking of the milk one. No, I actually had an island before this one. Cass says that island was the first one I remember visiting ever before being online and such. I was discovering the game back then, so it's wild to think back on that. Hi to Ty, hi to Gabby, it's good to see you. Oh, you didn't save your first island? This is one island that I've never like thought to let go of or replace. This island, when it completed, it was actually set in the snow. So in just a little bit, I'll probably take you and show you like what it actually looks like in the snow. Because when I made this island, I didn't time travel, and I actually decorated it throughout the seasons like everybody else. Like it was like a really OG vibe, you know? So I got it in March and I finished it right like by my birthday in December, and then I got the iconic 2 switches that same year, and you can see that on my channel. And that's when I started making the Strawberry Milk City, and then I kept the other switch and I held on to it until the 2.0 update, and that's when I made the Tinkerbell Island. So nobody ever really remembers this island because I worked on this island I worked on this island March, April, May, June, July, August. So about 6 months I worked on this island before joining Twitch. And I made a Twitch account because of Animal Crossing, hence my username. And I only made a Twitch account to meet people in this game to help me progress my island because I didn't have much. And I didn't really know much either. I spent 6 months like really trying to learn how to do this game like up, but I really didn't even have it as good as it is here until like September-ish. And then when I started streaming in September of that year, 2020, the first stream I did, that's when I met Frost, and Frost saw this island. You know what? A couple other viewers here, like I know Utopia, I believe may have been here during this island era as well. And there's a good amount of people that still are in the community that will remember this island. But I only worked on it September, October, November, December. So I worked on it for 4 months, and then I ended up getting the new Switch and started my Pink Island. And that's when all of you pretty much found me. It's right after I finished this one. And hello, my friends. Thank you so much for joining. Sandy, welcome in. Hi, Pyrie. But yeah, so I'm really excited to get into this island and just see the vibes. You don't remember, sadly, this island, but you're not sure. Well, it did go through many phases as well. And I think it didn't really become its final form until like those last 4 months, truthfully. But yeah, so this is the island I'm going to be taking you on. You're going to see like my first codes. Like Pekko's actually wearing, I think, the first ever outfit I made. You're going to see my very first villagers because I kept all of them, I think. Most of them I kept. Like Poncho was my first ever villager, as well as Diva. I don't know if Diva's still here, unfortunately. I remember that I had some big goals. Like I really wanted Fauna on this island, and they were like the last villager that joined here. So I'll kind of just take you through and give you lore. And honestly, I'm just here to chase a feeling I really, really want again. And Sandy says, I just picked up my Switch again 2 days ago, and I guess it's been a whole year since I've played Animal Crossing. That's crazy. Where's my Diva? I know. I think Diva was like exchanged for like Fauna or somebody in the end. Because I really, like, there was some villagers I just, like, had just learned about, like Diana and Fauna, I remember. I really wanted both of those villagers. Those were my dreamies at the time. And I think I had to trade in 2 of my original villagers for those 2. Because I really, really just so badly wanted Diana and Fauna. And if you guys were here in like beginning days of my channel, you'll remember I actually had a Fauna and Diana hug emo. I kept it around for a really long time, actually, way into the Pink Island, because I was obsessed with the both of them, and I could not choose at the time out of the 2 who was going to be my favorite, actually. I literally could not choose, so I just like had them both. And then I think when I went to the Pink Island, that's when I really decided like I like Diana more. Melissa, thank you for subscribing on YouTube, and Mindy, good morning, and Buttercup, thank you again for 35 months. So Tinkerbell was my 3rd island. So you came in about halfway probably through my first, no, maybe like my 2nd year and a half to 2. I use that emote so much, so you'll remember a little lore. Yeah, I'm excited. Well, let's get into it. I decided to put it in this island setting because truthfully, I was chasing the rain. I'm so dramatic. I like the weather too much, like my moods and energies. And if you hear the soundtrack today, like there's rain going on here and the soundtrack, and I really wanted there to be rain on the island. But I couldn't find the rain. So it's not in the snow because I really wanted it to be raining instead. And then I decided when I saw both Nan and Kiki on the screen, that I just stay here because it felt like a sign to me. But again, this island's theme in the end was Christmas. And I made a gingerbread house. So my house is a gingerbread house. But if you wait and see throughout my island, it's not all Christmas. I might have went through and added Christmas after, but realistically I did decorate through the seasons, so every section kind of has a different vibe. It's not a very themed place, I'd say. But in no way do I want to discredit past Sky because she had visions and she had an ambition, and even on my first island, it is completely filled. So, I've always been very maximalist, I suppose. I don't know what most of my house looks like, so we'll have to go and see. In June, you think there's some rain? I try to go for like fall. I don't know why. I went to November. Oh yeah, okay, so I kind of remember a bit of this. I did decorate the home Christmas in the end. And you can see some of my first villagers on the wall. And then I really, really liked this. I don't know. I really liked this as my pet. I think it glows, if I'm not mistaken. But I really liked this as my pet. Like, so much. I think I had another pet at one point as well. Yeah, it does glow. Um, giving alien vibes. And then of course, you'll definitely see, I think for this this island, it was more personalized than most. And I think that's why I don't show this island much, is because I cultivated an audience off of a very soft and pink aesthetic. But this was like my real like vibes in the very beginning of the Animal Crossing like days for me. And it's so different in so many ways. Hi Ellie, it's good to see you. So this was my bedroom. And you can see I still loved pink. Like, it was like never that I didn't love pink. It was just like a mixture of darker and lighter feelings. And you see that, like you see that as you look at the room. Like, I still have like little lambs above my bed, and I have like these pink and yellow warm glows like I have now. And I think that's really interesting from like a different perspective now, because it's like I really went from this to a super hyper feminine experience. For a really long time I've been very, very, very hyper feminine, but it didn't always begin that way. And then as I'm like going through life again and trying to once again like figure things out, I feel like I have noticed myself returning to some of this aesthetic, and I'm like, wow, that's so weird. And I would be really interested to see if anybody relates to that. Like, have you ever had aesthetics that maybe you stepped away from and then now like you've seen in your life at some point come back? You miss being on here. We're glad to have you here today. Who is she? This is a cool island. How did I get the Celeste poster? I don't know. It's so different yet still you with the whimsy vibes. A lot of the times when I was decorating here, I also would just use items I had. So I didn't have a Mina, right? I didn't have that. I did have a Frost, and Frost was supplying me with a lot of items, thankfully. But majority of the decor you see, like, I really was just getting things, yeah, as I went along, honestly. I feel like as I've been doing more Animal Crossing videos on YouTube and doing builds, I also realized that I've gone back to a more natural design, and I feel like showing you guys this will help you realize that like I did once have that kind of vision. You know, it wasn't always like super pink for me. So here's my kitchen at the time. You had a very pink aesthetic for a long time, but you're going back to your country roots. if you were to make a new island after Maple Story, you would have loved to try again with what you were going for your first island. And you are currently watching me tour my first island. This is my island, believe it or not. So this was my kitchen. Yeah, this is my kitchen, guys. I always really loved Timmy and Tommy as well, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see them a lot throughout the island. I don't know if that'll be the only time you see them, but I really liked them. Like, I really always have loved the twins. I'm gonna show you my map in a second, but we're gonna start obviously with this little home tour. Okay, so here we go. So here's a little bit where I definitely started to explore. It looks like with like pastels. I remember doing some of these like towards the end, and I feel like they definitely show like where the one aesthetic ends and then the new aesthetic began. And this is definitely like a prime example of that, because a lot of the island you're gonna see is like supernatural and very different in color scheme, and then boom, pastel. For the Celeste spacing, a person lets you get a lot of recipes from Celeste on their island. You got all the Celeste recipes before Treasure Islands. Those were the days when the Celeste items were popular. They were. Yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it for sure. There's a lot of like little things that you'll see like at the end. You know what? I want to say Heather was here maybe during this era. Fauna, if you remember Fauna, I want to say they were here during the very end of this island. I can faintly remember some friends being there for the very like final things I did. Like right before that Pink City, making the rock garden was like the last thing I did here. And I remember like some friends being here, and then like I have photos for sure in this room where we did a sleepover. So here's like more pastels. So you're starting to see that come through, which is kind of crazy. Like, because again, this island's nothing like this aesthetic. You liked Melba and Peanut? You're going to go for the Neapolitan theme next to bring back your first island with Maple. That's so cute. So sweet. And also don't worry about being late, bestie. I'm actually here like over an hour early, and I'm so glad to have you join me. So I think I made this as a sleepover room, and whoever was here at the time, I definitely tried to make sure there was space for each of them. So you'll see like how everything's laid out is really to make sure I could fit like 8 people in here. And that's my house. Let's give you a tour of my closet though. Let's see what like I was wearing, because my style was also different in the game because we weren't like doing codes like that yet in the game. You could see in this outfit, it's pretty simple. It's very classic sky vibes, I feel like. It's funny, I'm wearing purple. I'm gonna take it off though. And then this is my closet. This is new for both of us, by the way. I don't know what I had. So we're gonna see together. Bestie, I love that you're taking us on a visit to the original island. I know I don't remember the island, but we all love a good walk back to the beginning of a journey. I remember I really loved these. Once again, you can start to see like there's a blend here. I want to see where my first shirt was, because there was a shirt I wore. This one. This was my very first shirt like I got, and I think I would literally just wear it like this with the pacifier and pigtails. I always had the pacifier though. And like that's honestly the only accessory I ever wore. And I didn't wear shoes, I think, in the next island. I don't know if that applied here, because it looks like I had some shoes here. So I think it was the next island that I stopped wearing shoes. But yeah, this was like my OG outfit. And then this was my OG hair. So this was my original look. There she is. Miss her. This is how I would always look, like every single day. Let's check out the custom designs. So these are the custom designs. The fact I have this many. When have you ever seen me have any design space? I'm honestly jaw dropped. This might have actually not been a possibility at the time, because at one point I did have to come back on here after the 2.0 update and the game was force updated. So that may have been why I have so much more space. We should make use of these padding slots. And then this is my very first code that I made. Apparently I also made this, which I don't remember. Oh my gosh, and I do remember really trying to make some other stuff. People were making me things. But I do remember like trying to make something else. I didn't have Switch Online until Seeker's Isle was many islands past stars. There was an update with this. Yeah. So the game probably force updated that. I realize I haven't showed you my map. So, guess we'll show that. The island's name is Blossom. I guess the dream address reveals at the bottom. And this is my very first map. It's very filled, huh? I never ever had a basic map. Like ever. Never did I ever. And then it was me and my secondary character. Fauna and Diana were my dreamies. I got Fauna in the end. And then I had Poncho as my first villager. Rex was one of the first 5. Raymond was my first campsite villager. And then Dizzy was in the first 8. As well as Molly and Lucky and Pecco. And then I ended up getting Kiki at some point, and I remember Nan actually filled a plot. I don't remember of who. It's so cute with all the one space padding. It looks like little glitter sparkles. Don't ask me what all of that is, by the way. I don't know. We'll have to actually go and like see. And I had both Kiki and Nan as Bag and his sister Kiara. So that was supposed to be Bag and then his sister Kiara. And then yeah, these are like OG villagers here. I really loved Poncho, my first villager. I really loved Rex. He's the one that gave me this shirt, by the way. I really liked him. So I definitely came here after the update because there's a pipe. So I've definitely been here since 1.0. Thank you for the support. This was a little walkway to my house. And again, the island's based in the snow, so usually all of this would glow and kind of pop. I don't remember when I decided to start making it fully Christmas, It was probably around Christmas. And then we're kind of going backwards. I think Raymond had like a sled shop, yeah. So this was Raymond's sled shop. Nothing ever really went anywhere, I feel like. Like it all just was here. I think I'm gonna visit each of my villagers in just a little bit. Okay, so those little sparkle like pathings, it's literally just individual pathings. I'm gonna try to take you back to the front and give you a proper tour. Hello, Yasmin. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. So don't peek. Don't look just yet. I have to take you back to the front, hopefully. Maybe. Yep. Yeah. We're getting there, don't worry. We're getting close. I had some visions. I remember they were strong. Thank you so much, Yasmin. That's so nice. It's weird to think that this island was made 5 years ago. It definitely does not feel like that to me. At all. Like it definitely feels like it just happened. Okay, we made it to the front. Hi Morgan, welcome in. So my first island's airport color was orange, thankfully. And what do you think of my flag? Matching my shirt. You liked it? You're feeling the vibes here? Hi, Laura. So you would come in here. And then this was the entrance. It's an entrance, right? I remember I really wanted to do natural vibes. And I put fish around here, like they're like swimming in this area. Do you see the vision? Come on, it's 2020, guys. Like we weren't so skilled yet, but I had like little fish vibing. And then you would keep walking. You see it? And then, oh, here's my resident service. And I did like white lampposts. Like how the Lakma Museum is. I'm from California, so little fish vibing, I love it. Thanks, Coley. It would be interesting to do a tour of like every island I've done, because the progression is real. You're from California as well, let's go. So you know the reference. This isn't even the museum, but for whatever reason I thought it was a good idea. And then I remember I really wanted this here. Don't ask me why. I don't know why I wanted a giant pond behind the resident service, but I did, okay? I used to, when I finally met people, I used to give them a tour this way. I really liked this area. And I still do. I think it's nice. It's cute. Hi, Ruby. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me. I like it. I don't know. Hi, Angel. Good to see you. Welcome in. I'm glad I could say your name right, by the way. Let's go. So one of my first creative builds was this little dig site right next to the museum. This was the first sort of say forced perspective build, if you will. Okay, this was like the very first attempts at that. Drink some water, stay hydrated. And you could definitely tell that the island wasn't planned to be in Christmas at the start, because in some areas I did just slap a peppermint at the end and be like, Christmas, selling the theme, you know what I mean? So like there was not that, the initial idea was not Christmas, but in the end it was. And that's why you'll see like mushrooms and then a random peppermint, because I was like, Christmas. When this isn't snow, it definitely gives the vibes. Like, it really does, in my opinion. And thank you for the follow. Yep. Anywhere I thought like lacked Christmas, I just put that peppermint code. That's all I do. Or I'd put a like snowflake light up. I don't know, you'll see it. All of a sudden my eyesight, everything seems so pretty and vibrant. I thought it was my video game at first, and I don't know why it happened. Oh my gosh, no way. Morgan says, I'm from Australia. I love what you have done with your island. Thanks, Morgan. Dang, Australia. You're going into winter, right? So this is my museum, okay? And I was really proud of this as well. You don't even know how many people I invited to see this one. The dinosaurs, I don't even think are the same one. And they definitely did not make a full dinosaur at all. Like, I just put two random dinosaurs that fit, actually. And I called that a day. The vision was there. And then you would walk over here, right? And this was my own museum that I made. And once again, I think this one actually was the same dinosaur. I was trying to get a full dinosaur, like, so I could make one, but I don't think that ever happened. But this is my own museum that I made outside the museum. Oh, okay, I did make one. Look it. She did it. And then look, I told you, whenever it felt like a lack of Christmas, boom, a snowflake. And then one more at the end there. I would give museum tours here. Like, not even playing. Like, I would just come here and like make everybody who came to my island stop. Look at this one. Stop. Look at this one. Like, the host in me was already there. I would literally make them look at every single one of these fossils I got. And I'd also take them to the dig site. And because it's such a small space, they'd have to wait in a line. I remember that I literally put these chairs out because when I got Twitch, I met so many people that my island was really busy, so I put out some seats so that when I gave my tour, they could wait their turn. So from there, I think I did a fishing area once again. And that's this. What do you think of this? Honestly, I thought I ate low-key. And then the fish on the rack, and like I had to get all those items, by the way. So think about that, you know? I didn't like have disposable items, guys. You know what I mean? Like I had to work to collect all of these. That's a lot. Once again, a random peppermint, because at the end it was supposed to be Christmas. From here, I think I made just a cute vibe. I think I was going for some like beachy vibes here. I'm really feeling this color though on this. Welcome in, Twisted Pepper. And then I made myself a post office. And this is when I would tell everybody for years later that they should make a post office on their island. Like when I got popular in this game, everyone would come to me and be like, what should I make on my island? Like, what build should I do? I don't know what to build. And I'd be like, you should make a post office. Because I had so much fun making a post office. This is the post office in question. I was one who might have asked that question once, and you will see a post office on my first one. I'm honestly so proud of you. I'm sure it looks better than this. Because, like, I dead told everybody to go make a post office. Because that was, like, my bright idea. And look at my post office. A couple safes. And a freaking desk. And my own mailbox. Ate that up, though. Wait, like, low-key ate that up. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be so sad seeing friends mail me. Are you kidding me? This is so sad. Yex was here, by the way, as you can see. If you see yourself, throwback. I don't even remember some of these people, guys. That's crazy, huh? It's quite wild. Let's open a random one up. Let's open up the last one that was sent to me. Very nice. Thank you. I must have really needed them that day. See this one. Wow. Frost. This person says hi. That's crazy, huh? I'm not gonna go through all those mails because I will get sad. Okay, this part of my island, I low-key thought was the best part of my island. This was when I got Molly. I did this area for Molly. Really liked her. She really liked to read. So this is what I made. She had like all her books and stuff out. And she would sit here and read. She would actually read here. And then this is her house. And look, she's got all her books and stuff outside. Okay, and then I had Poncho and Dizzy, and they both ended up having blue houses. At the time, you couldn't customize the outsides, so I didn't want to get rid of them, so I just put them together in their own area. And then, as you guys know, I've always been a spa girly, so I made a spa on the beach over here. And I think it just kept going, by the way. Like, it didn't just stop. Like, it just kept going. At the time, Cap'n was not here as well. So this is honestly the first time I'm seeing him. Like, we did not know about Cap'n yet. So this was just like a nice, like, pretend that boat wasn't there. Kind of crazy, huh? And then the spa kept going. And there was like little baths. Everything's okay. Everything's like not matching because again, I didn't just have items. So like I had what I had. And like sometimes I didn't have customization kits. So again, I had what I had, which is kind of crazy. This was my favorite part of the island. I'm really surprised I didn't do fall because you can totally tell I made this in the fall. Like I remember purposefully placing all of these orange apple trees. And this was like my favorite build. I love the look of your island. Thank you so much, Myth. This is so good. Thank you. I was really proud of this. Like, really proud of this. The sneak peek of the bridge. Here's a full view for you. I think I remember, like, these were some of the builds that I actually was like, these should go on Pinterest. I don't think I actually put them on Pinterest, but I definitely thought that this build in specific should have been on Pinterest. And from here, I believe this is Kiki's home. And then Rex's home, for sure, is right here. They had a really cute little neighborhood. And then I think you can see... No, it's further back. I put Nan more by my house. Okay, then I decided I would make an outdoor library. And later added the gifts and the peppermints. Yeah. And then I remember that I didn't have a lot of this area done. This is the entrance to my house, by the way. You would like come over here and then enter in and then cross the bridge and then there's my house. So I'd always like exit through here. And I really had to have this stick bug out. I don't know why, but I did. It was just there. And that's that. This area was not decorated for the longest time, so by the time I did decorate it, it was already Christmas. So we had Santa's workshop. And then whatever this is supposed to be. And then you keep walking. And there's the rock garden that took me literally forever. Honestly, I appreciate the dramatic freeze on this because literally look at how crazy this rock garden is. Like, it took so long. Your first island is crazy good. But are we surprised? Let's be honest. You see where I'm at today. Okay, really quickly, I'm gonna try to update it because it froze, so give me 2 seconds. Okay, sorry for the brief break, but we're really lucky to be back on the island. Okay, if you're just tuning in, hello, I'm Sky, or Invested Crybaby, and I'm currently just showing everybody my very first island. Thank you. Hi, Au Pair. I thought it was going to be barely decorated or not finished. It was definitely filled to the top. For some reason over here I went like mermaid vibes. I don't think I've ever seen this cannon after using it here. And I can't believe it actually fires. That's a choice. Fauna, my dreamie, I really loved her. I think a lot of pink started coming in towards the end. I put like pink roses here for whatever reason. And I remember I had behind the rock garden a hidden area that took you to my beach, and it was supposed to be like a well-traveled type of like vibe with like the suitcase, the globe. I do think red was a thing already, so I was like envisioning when red comes him having all of this like surrounding his boat. Thanks, Morgan. So that's my hidden beach. And then this is where things get really interesting. I gave you all of my tame, like cutesy vibes. But if you come over here, this is Nan's house. They're actually home, so we'll go say hi. And they had a really dark house, so I just try to use whatever items I had to blend them in. Hello, Addie. And it looks like they're using some form of code. Sky. 2 years and 11 months. Nan is so cute. But this is them and their house area. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And they live directly below my secondary character. And I can't remember how you would get to their house from here. I don't think you actually can. They just fell below that character. So I'm gonna take you back this way. And then, hello RK. Oh, we missed my house already. And then, take you in here. Past my house. Back around. Playing hide and seek here was really interesting. And really hard, actually. Past Raymond's house, I had like a random fruit market. And then you would go up here. And this was my secondary character. And they had a turtle as a pet. You like my bunny? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We'll go look inside their house in a little bit. And then behind their house was a graveyard. And it held the 2 villagers I lost. One of them being my least favorite villager, and one of them being Diva. Because I let go of Diva and Tammy with an I, and that's when I got Fauna and Non, I think. Because everybody else was like natural. Yeah, so I was remembering them, but they were gone, so I guess I just put them with this. But I really hated this villager. so much. Like, so much. Your character is cute. Thank you. And that was the graveyard. And then let's see what this house looks like. I'm curious. I think I would do a lot of dark stuff in here. Like dark themed builds. Yeah. I want to say in the end, this was supposed to be like a Grinch. So he has all the bad toys. And then this was supposed to be the dog. Like this was supposed to be the Grinch's house. Very creative, right? It was good to meet you. And then again, this is where he eats. Hi Gamer King, it's good to see you. Thank you for coming. And let me see what's in this one. I actually don't know everything that is in this house. Oh, this is the bathroom for the Grinch. Not bad, right? Just dark. So you can see like when the idea of being Christmas really came to life. Hello, Corgi Crossing. Welcome in. Don't even ask me what this room's vibe was. I think it was just leftover items. Yeah. And then look, this is where he was overlooking all of the towns. Like how Santa would, but like Grinch version. Fun fact, I really, really wanted these items. Like I would try to get each and every single one of them by shaking the trees to try to find them. I remember, I think I found the first one. Like they're in order of how I got them. So I think this was the first one I found in like a tree. And then I ended up getting the winter one somehow. And then I ended up getting the fall one. And I remember when I was really close to finishing my island, I was so stressed because I hadn't got the pink tree one. And then I ended up getting it like right before I ended. And honestly, I think that's quite crazy because I remember thinking to myself like, oh, these are like all my little towns. And like I high-key have way more than just these towns now. But I literally have made a town based off of each of these vibes. And my second one being a pink one like that. And then it was kind of crazy that like it took me so long to get that pink one. Cause like that was the next one I did. North Wales, thank you so much for the support. Welcome in. I appreciate the follow. But yeah, I'm like really proud of getting all of those to this day because it was super hard, guys. And then I think this is where he sleeps. Yeah. And then I still have more of the island to show, the other half. So I'm just gonna take you backwards. Hello, I hope we're doing well. I'm from California. Thank you so much for joining my stream. So, I showed you Raymond's house, and then this was Lucky's house. And then I really liked this build as well. Thank you so much, North Wells. Um, I just liked the water, I think. I want to say, I don't know if there was pro camera or not. No. Then I must have just had a really strong vision. Because I swear in my brain, like, I could see this, like, with the pro camera and the water would, like, make it further. Don't ask me how. But, like, before there was pro camera, I was still out here, like, envisioning those kind of views. We're coming into Pecco's area. And I did hers very, like, zen. Because she's very zen. So this is her house. Do you like how there's like no color coordination here though? Like everything's just... It's just here. It's just whimsical. And then she actually has a ramen shop in front of her house. Over here. So you can like have ramen. And I think I just found that statue and I was like, wait, this looks like it could fit. I think I was like, yeah, that looks about right. But this is where you would eat ramen. Right outside Pecco's house. And I remember I had a lot of people eat ramen with me. In this little tiny, tiny area. Okay, I'm gonna take you back this way because if I'm not mistaken, I made a runway. I did. Okay, yeah. This was Raymond's runway. And I actually hosted fashion shows here. So I'd have the people sit here, and then there was a mirror here, and then I would stand here, and I would be like, next person, and then they would be getting dressed over here, and then they would come over here and look at Raymond's pictures here. And then I did like a polka dot vibe, and then they would work my runway. So they'd like start behind here. Can you believe this was like my first runway, guys? Like, picture all my fashion shows. Picture all of my fashion shows. Can you believe this was the very first runway I made in the game? A small rock runway. And then there was gifts. I think it was Raymond's pictures, if I'm not mistaken. Because I had him and he was just like really close to me, I guess. He was my campsite villager. So I guess it's your 7th villager in the game, right? And yeah, he had been around the whole time. I'm actually going to take you back to his house, which is down here, and see if he's wearing the maid outfit, because at the time, everyone really loved Raymond. I had no idea that Raymond was, like, super desirable, and then when I found out that he was, I was like, oh, I have to hold on. What are you wearing? Oh, look it. I gifted them this dress right here. Actually have it up. Cute. How long did it take you to find the statue? That was my museum finisher on the last island. It took so long to find. I don't know. I don't know. But somehow, some way I got it, Johnny. He's crafting right now. Oh, he would call me Headliner. So they all had different nicknames for me. This makes me so sad to read. It's like, where have you been all this time? I'm waiting to see Rex. Rex was like really, really like a favorite for me, and Dizzy too. But yeah, Raymond called me Headliner. I think Rex called me Somersault, if I'm not mistaken. I remember when I first got Raymond, I didn't know if I liked him. So I think that I was heavily influenced by the community to keep him because he was so rare, and I was like, wow, I can't believe like a rare villager found me. But I do remember I wasn't like the hugest fan in the beginning. I couldn't tell if I really liked him or not. And then taking you back over here where Peko lives. And then through here, the ramen shop, which again, I think I was playing on forced perspective here a little bit. And then I just slapped some holiday stuff in later. I don't know if I appreciate the holiday stuff or not. I can't tell. I feel like I would have probably preferred this a little bit more if I didn't do that. This is my campsite, and I actually had a lot of fun making this one, and I have some really iconic memories and photos in this area. When it's up, it's so pretty. I definitely have pictures like somewhere online, maybe like on my Reddit or something, of this area, because it would glow and it was like such a nice light, and then it had all these other tents around it, so it was like a real campground. I remember the first time I found this pink, like, praying mantis, I literally was in love. I still am. I think they're so cute. Okay, one of my very first builds on the island is coming up. And that is the zoo I made. I'm surprised I didn't tell everybody to make a zoo, because this was the first build I made on the island, and I kept it because like it was my first real build. And yeah, we have butterflies. Oh, beautiful. Planted that one for myself 5 years ago. Okay, well, we had butterflies and bears and flamingos and pandas, and then I think I was just proud to have gotten this, and it was like supposed to be a cat area. But this was my zoo, and there's like refreshments here, and then food, like places to order. And I think this is one of the most unique ideas I've ever had in this game. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody make a zoo. And yeah, I guess I really did that, guys. I'm still like, I think it's like the cutest thing I did, because it's very random. Oh yeah, and then over here is like also part of it, but like this is where you leave your puppies. Like a dog park. I don't even have a dog, but yeah. Yeah. And then, okay, this is where I feel like my Disney interest came. I ended up making a cave here, and I kind of went like fairy tale, as you can see what's coming up next. But when I made this cave here, I remember like really thinking about Snow White vibes, and then I took you over a little bit more, and there's like red roses and stuff. So I don't know, this was like, there's hints I feel like throughout the island where you can see where like previous inspo really came through, and I do think that's really interesting. Because like you never know what you're gonna do in life, but there's like always like invisible string vibes, and I feel like this is definitely like one of those, because I went on to make so many like similar Snow White type builds and then pink builds. Oops, sorry about that, guys. And yeah, it was just quite interesting to see that, I feel like. Yesterday, my Switch was so kind to me. Today, it's really, really acting up. Maybe it's because I came here really early. Okay, so yeah, as I was mentioning, giving a little bit of Snow White vibes. And then you come over here and it was like wishing well, the rose bed. And then I remember I'd always, always pick these because I really wanted to have a blueberry like patch for whatever reason. So I'd always pick all of these blue flowers. And I also remember one time I played hide and seek and somebody hid like over here really, really well. And honestly, that was one of the craziest times I've ever played the game. Hi Tomo, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining us today. I love the pathing so much. I don't really care for them, truthfully, but it is what it is. Hi Anna, it's good to see you. And then this is my shopping area. I had a lot of fun with this. This is some beginning builds. This was my Able Sisters. I actually had to block the Able Sisters off because I would always have visitors and people would put their codes in my freaking Able Sisters. So I stopped letting people shop because they were just doing that too much. And I was like, guys, I don't want your freaking codes. Aw, miss you too, Tomo. I'm glad to see you. Good morning, Mike. And then I remember I did a summary build here. So this is my beach. And this was actually right after I went to the beach, I think for the first time in like a really, really long time in the pandemic. And I had a lot of fun making this little area. I know it's super tiny, but like I came back from the beach loving it. And as you guys know, I love the beach now. So I do think it's so cute that I have this like build here because this was the first like appreciation, I guess, of the beach. I really, really liked the beach after I went like one time. And then over here you could like lay out as well. I remember like catch the sun, ignore the random peppermints because again I ended up making this Christmas island later. And then if you come up over here, thank you so much Ayala, you would see the Nook's Cranny. and this was the nook's cranny. Right next to the entrance. And I did that on purpose because I realized like early on in the game that people really liked to like go to your shops and trade. So I try to put mine really close to the entrance so that way like people wouldn't go throughout my whole island. I know, right, Johnny? But that's my island tour, guys. That's my full first island. That's kind of crazy, huh? I do have this little area over here. There was like a cafe market as well. For some reason you can tell I really liked books and like the natural like cottagecore vibe a lot. I feel like that shows throughout the island. But more than anything, I think the island was really, really, really whimsical. And I thought it would be interesting to come and show you guys this because I'm known for not whimsical and more intricate and specific. So showing everybody another side of me that wasn't always so symmetrical and pink, I thought would be I guess fun. I really want to see Rex while I'm here today. I really loved Rex. So I'm gonna go see if they're still by their house. Well, if they went back to their house. My favorite part of the island is probably this right side. It seems the most cohesive. Oh my gosh, Rex is home. Crazy. I think it's safe to say, like, because they were my starter villagers, I really did love them. Like, oh my gosh. That's so fitting. Oh my gosh, how cute. He's not wearing his shirt though. He usually has like a black long sleeve on. I knew I'd end up finding like my little black cat in here. You know what I mean? Like, of course they would be here with Rex. That's crazy, huh? They all used to have a lot of clothes as well, but they're not wearing them because it's probably been too long. But Rex had this like black long sleeve with words on the side, and I really liked him in that. He looked really good. It's so cute to see these two again though. I can't believe they're in the same house right now. Not enough space, how sad. I'll just have to screenshot it. Oh, don't go. So cute. Oh, they're gonna sit down and read a book. Okay, let's try to sit with them. That's so cute. Such a cute vibe. I wish I could stay right here forever. Honestly, I really miss all of these characters and villagers. Part of me wants to like redo this island, but then the other part of me feels like you can't mess up like time and like what you've done. And even though there's a dream address, like I just couldn't imagine like changing anything because it's already like set and it's already been here. But I would love to be able to actually play with some of these characters again. Like I miss them so much. Good morning, Playful. It's good to see you. Thank you for coming. Is there any villagers you started with that maybe don't match themes that you do now, but you wish that you can play with? Look at Poncho wearing the first code. Talk about nostalgic. I gotta get pictures with all of my babies. They're all reading. They're so smart. Dumb and Pickle, though I could have them as MapleStory players now. Yeah. Sometimes, like, I love doing island themes, but sometimes I do miss the idea of, like, just having villagers. This makes me want to restart, but not at the same time. Oh my gosh, no way. Also, no way Poncho just left outside right now with me. I really wish he could just follow me around. That would be so cute. I'm gonna go see Dizzy as well. I used to really love Dizzy. You're wanting to start an island and do whatever. The temptation is there. Especially when you see, like... I feel like this stream probably doesn't help that. Because then you're seeing like nostalgic vibes a bit of the game. I actually did this today to hopefully get rid of this feeling of wanting to do that. I don't know. He's so cute. I miss him. Like I said, it's really hard because like this island has everyone I really love from the past because it's my first island, but I wouldn't want to redo the island because it's the first island. So like if you were to redo the first island, like you wouldn't have that artifact, if that makes sense. And that's where I struggle with it, and that's where I feel like my hand is forced to like have to like do it again, because how else will I get it? You're gonna miss Maple. You can always get Maple in the next one. But I get it. Like I'm saying the same vibes of like, I should talk to Dizzy, by the way. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. They would call me Spud. Oh. That's another thing, like all of the villagers had names for me. So like that's not gonna come with the new island, guys. That's so sad. I thought this would make me like happy. Like this is really bittersweet. I thought this would like make me so excited. And I'd be like leaving here so satisfied. But then like they're like, you are the same person, right? And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe. Why do you have to clock me like that? What the heck? Did I even talk to did I even talk to them? Or did I just take pictures with them? That's crazy. Going back. Because Rex would call me Somersault. Annalise call you Butterbean. This place has such good detail. Aw, thanks. That's so nice. So cute. Okay, I gotta go see Fauna, Non. There's a couple more. that we haven't seen. This was made when the game first came out in 2020. But yeah, I was fighting the urge, the temptation today to once again just create a new world with like whimsical vibes. So I thought I'd come to my first one to like cleanse my mind, give myself like a nice taste of seeing some of the villagers that I dream of. Because making 3 stars is a whole process, guys. It's a whole process. And then in addition to that, you have to get like the villagers and stuff. So it's not just like you can go on and just have it all there. You know what I mean? Like it would be a challenge. I don't know who I'm convincing. Gingerly Rover, good to see you. Yeah, I have a bunch of random stuff here. Yeah, I know. Pushing out of comfort zones is important. You do get to meet new villagers, and that's definitely something we've been able to do throughout time. Let's talk to Molly. Oh my gosh. That's so sad. She wants to move. You're gonna stay, girl. You're stuck here. Like, what? How can I tell her yes? Oh my gosh, look at Non. Hi, Sealy. Yeah, it's true. Dream addresses can always bring you back. That is so true. I think the only problem is that like if you like let's say I did decide I was gonna redo this island and just like keep it, but like just destruct it and like redecorate it, you wouldn't be able to save this dream address again because it would overwrite the first one. So that's like the only downfall. So you can only have 1 dream address per switch. You have infinite islands, but only 1 dream address. But would I be crazy? Start a 3rd island? Let's do a poll. Let's see. What does the audience think? Am I insane? Am I impulsive? Say hi to Pecco. Three years? Why are they saying 3? Oh my god. No, it's not. It is not 3 years, girl. They're ruthless. And I thought like a couple months was bad, guys. I'm almost like, no, I won't do it. Don't restart. I wouldn't restart this island, love. No, it wouldn't be. I would never let go of the first island. No. Come on. Like I said, I wouldn't let go of this island. I wouldn't even reconstruct it. Like, I've had it for way too long. But I have so many islands. So... Guys, when I ask the question, I'm not talking about this island. I'm not, like, it has nothing to do with this island. I just happened to visit this island today because it's like the first one, you know, nostalgic vibes. But I would not, anything I envision would not impact this island at all. Yeah, no, I would never let this go. I won't even clean it. Like, I won't even change a pathing because I feel like it's like rewriting a history that like I can't get back. That's why like I just laugh because I'm like, yep, slapped some peppermints down, but like I'm not gonna go through and take them out, you know? Or I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I love it as Christmas, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna change it. It's just, that's the way it was written for me. That's the way this island was written. While the poll is on, I'm actually going to show you guys what it looks like in the snow, because it is a winter island in the end. I saved it, I believe, in the dream address of winter. So I will take you to see said winter vibes. So you can see it. If I was to start a new island, it would be a no pressure island. It wouldn't have like probably a theme. If it did have a theme, it wouldn't be a strict one. I probably wouldn't have people on it, and I probably wouldn't make videos out of it. I think the only thing I would do is probably just play on it like myself, and then whenever I feel like to do it here, I'd just like do it here. But I wouldn't like, it wouldn't be like my islands. Like, it's not like an island for the community. It would be like an island almost for me, low key, because like all of my stuff now is like community based, but I don't have any intentions of doing a community based island when I have two. So I just want, like, as you guys are like voting if I should do something like that, I don't want you to be confused with what I'm doing, because this is no way gonna be like another series. I'm still in my dollhouse era, so my islands for you guys is the Barbie and the strawberry shortcake, and if I was to do another one, it would just be to like play, like just to play. Anyways, we're here in the winter. Thanks for the water. I really needed that, Playful. I'm so dehydrated. I would be nervous as well because I don't know how much of this island I would really even share. Like, maybe I'd want to share the whole thing. Maybe I wouldn't. Like, it would be interesting, but I wouldn't want you to like expect like an experience, I think, out of it. Anyways, what do you think of the island in the snow? It kind of brings it to life, right? Like, it shows everything a lot more, in my opinion. It turned out better in the snow. Like, cozy, brightish a little bit. Some areas I still think looked nicer in the fall, but the snow kind of brings it all together. It helps it make sense, if you will. To the one person who said no, you want to share why you don't think we should do something crazy like that, and you think I'm delusional? Because I'm here for it. I get your other thoughts and opinions. I'm always open for the contrary, you know? I don't need just yes men here. I feel like this sounds weird to people who aren't your creators maybe, but it might be an actual challenge for you to not make content out of it, right? And I low-key think that might be a nice experiment for you, since you haven't done anything like that with the game since this island, right? Right? Utopia says, I misclicked, JK. Utopia said, no, I was just playing. So that's a challenge in itself though, because like I said, like I would still probably want to like show you guys, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna make, I wouldn't want to make any videos out of it because it's unnecessary. Let's be real. I have 2 Animal Crossing YouTube series going on with 2 different island themes, and honestly it would be exhausting. Like, the idea exhausts me to think of like another YouTube series being like, I'm starting a new island. I wouldn't love that. Like, I would not want to do that right now. But I would want to show you guys. Like, I would definitely probably still want to sit down like this and play. but like not feel obligated to like only play live. Does that make sense? Because all of my islands, including the ones I have now, I feel obligated to document everything. So you know how this house became like this. But like if I was to start a new island, like I would still want to like be like, you can see the beginning. Mina, I would desperately need help getting to 3 stars anyways, let's be honest. So there's that. But I just wouldn't want it to be like a dedicated stream ordeal, like where I'm like forced to keep you guys updated on it. I'd rather just be like, oh yeah guys, by the way, I was playing this island and I just wanted to show you guys some of the stuff I did, and just like kind of go about it like that. And at that point, is that still considered content? Or am I just showing my friends my island? And occasionally playing on it on stream? Question mark. Hello, Dreamy Fauna. I play for fun all the time, by the way, guys. I play for fun all the time. 4 years and 11 months. This gets worse by the second. They're like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years and 11. Love, this island was created 5 years ago. You're telling me I left less than a year in? That's a lie. That's true, Mina. That's true. Maybe I will one of these days, guys. If I can't knock the urge, maybe I will. We'll see. But this was really nice to come and see my villagers. I really did need to come here. I feel like I missed it. I missed the disorganization. I think I just missed the fact that I have a chaotic mess and it's right here. And this is it. And I had a bunch of villagers that didn't have a certain color palette or aesthetic to them. They were just here, existing like we are. I still think this area looks good in the snow too. Like, even though I really liked it in the fall, it still eats in the snow. This is probably my favorite area on the island. One more time for you guys. I just like it. I feel like it's organized chaos. Constructed chaos, if you will. Like, we have a library on the side near the beach, and then this like pond, but somehow it works and it looks good. The apples look like ornaments. I really wish Rex would take off that workout outfit. Like, come on Rex, show them your long sleeve. I don't know, I think it looks pretty. These are like the areas I like the most. You have me convinced. Let's make I'm Just a Girl islands. If we're being transparent, if I'm being transparent, I think I came here today and I think I so desperately always want to pick up a new island. More so now than ever, because I miss a time that I can't have. I miss parts of my life that I'll never get back. And as I cope with that and I try to accept that, I'm real with that. Like, in saying that, like, I do think that it's an impulsive thought. I do think it's an attempt to chase something I know I can't have anymore. And I've shared with you guys before that this game is very sentimental to me. It's very nostalgic, very sentimental. And when I went through certain things earlier this year, and I was struggling even playing the game live, it was because of that, because of the sentiments that I carry, and the emotional attachments that I've built within this experience, and live streaming, even sharing that. Oh my gosh, yes. That's so nice. So, time moved quickly, right? We're coming up on the 3rd month of time moving really quickly, and I feel like I moved even faster than the time. Things that I knew needed to keep going, I went with and did the best way I could. And now that like I'm able to kind of have some form of realization, some form of understanding of certain things, I think to myself how fast I really did move with everything, how fast I continue to move with everything, how fast I've continued to like distract myself and just keep going so that I can continue doing this and be productive and successful, that I've left a lot of open holes like for myself. Like I always wake up in the morning wanting to come on here super early and stream, and I'm like wanting to play Animal Crossing, including today waking up wanting to play Animal Crossing, but not like how we've played, like how I used to play vibes. And then I also think to myself, on what island I've boxed myself in a little bit, in the sense of like I have YouTube series to cater to, which I love, by the way. I don't regret making the Barbie Island a YouTube series. I absolutely love the Berry Besties as well. I'm so excited for the episode to come out tonight because we just made 3 stars. But I didn't leave anything for me to just vibe with. I didn't leave anything actually in general. I didn't leave any room for a shift, a possibility. I'm very like precise, tight-knit. And I think that's where I'm at. That's where I'm trying to chase something. That's where I'm trying to fill something. That's where these strong urges of creativity and drive come from. And then I think to myself, I can't always use that strong creativity and drive just for one thing. That might not make sense to any of you guys. It's early in the day. Maybe you're not on this part of your life, or maybe you've already been through it and you're like, girl, shut up. Or maybe you just genuinely cannot relate. But that's my awakening thought today. Especially as I roam an island I built 5 years ago. And I think about everything. And I see the trajectory of my life, my career, my status, my experiences, and more so. Being able to have an outlet where you can just do things for no reason is needed, and I do love this so much. Thank you. I already know if there's no one that understands me, then Cass is dead, because she does for some reason. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, my heart is very heavy. It's very large, and it's always craving to do more, always wanting to do more. I desire a strong sense of fulfillment and satisfaction and success, and I don't think this game could give me all that, if we're being realistic. I don't even think this stream can give me all of that at this point, if we're being really honest. But I do know that I have gotten it through this, and that's where I'm back at with saying that I know I'm chasing things that I've once had that maybe aren't more so as obtainable as they once were. But with that being said, I'm very invested, always persistent, and always hopeful for more and better as time goes on. This is so freaking cute, by the way. I'm glad you made it safe, Shisu. It's good to see you, Collis. Welcome in. So will I start another island? Maybe. Who knows? I wasn't gonna come on here today though, manically starting one without having a conversation, without really thinking about it, without actually voicing why. Why do you want to start a new island? And we'll see if that actually happens. But I do thank you for helping me have some open having an open mind, and letting me explore past versions of me, my creativity, and essentially my life, which is wild. My favorite part about my original island is the villagers. I love the fact that none of them make sense. There's not a single Christmas themed villager on this island. The island is called Blossom. It's allegedly a Christmas island, and look at the villagers. There's nothing that makes sense about it, but it made me happy and it had me hooked to the game. So I think I love that I kept a lot of the originals too. And I also think that's a curse, because when you have original villagers, you don't even care for your other original villagers. Like, whoever my starters are, they don't even matter, like, to me anymore, because I just think of Poncho and Diva. And like, I don't care about most of the new villagers I get, because I always think about like Rex and Raymond and Dizzy. Like, they are my Roman Empire, which is crazy. Thank you so much for 27 months. Bacterian says, a beautiful walk down memory lane for a beautiful creative being. You and your drive to be who you are, to flourish, to create the space in the world you want to see around you is inspiring to so many. Much love for you, Sky and Crybabies. Thank you, doll. I appreciate you stopping by. So sweet. Thank you so much for all this time you've supported me. I don't know, guys, but I thought this would be a definite one-off random in my status online, you know? And I thought it would be interesting to take you on this little journey here today. I was gonna say this stream is so nostalgic for me, and it is, but a new type of feeling where we might not see how special today is right away, but I just know one day we'll look back on June 24th, 2025, you know? That's cute. Yeah, I definitely think it's a new interesting pin in my online presence here. And I'm grateful for anyone who came, especially so early, because I did start my stream like over an hour earlier. Leaving you with some self-reflecting thoughts and some hopefully positive curiosity when it comes to what I'll do next with my life and my story. And my story here online. But yeah, guys, this is my island Blossom. If you would ever like to actually visit it yourself, well, you can. There's a dream address at the bottom here. I don't promote it because it's just a random island to me, but it is my first one, so maybe you appreciate that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thanks for going down memory lane. Thanks for listening to me ramble and self-reflect. It's super early in the morning still, so I'm gonna try to get some work done. I have a new video coming out for you at 5 p.m. later today on both mine and Cass's channel for the Berry Besties, and next time you see me, who knows what I'll be doing. But I will be here tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I hope to see you as well. Until then, don't forget to take care of yourself. Thanks for watching! Oh my gosh, yes, we will be watching Modern Family tonight at 8:30 p.m. PST as well. We always have Discord events going on, and you can definitely check out my website icrybaby.com for my full content schedule. I'm live all the time, pretty much right now for the rest of the month of June, Monday through Thursday, and then I have different events in the Discord server almost every single day, so hopefully you join the Discord. I have a new YouTube video for you in the month of June every single day as well. Again, the Berry Besties is out tonight, so hopefully you'll tune into that. If you haven't watched back my Barbie episode, I'd really appreciate if you'd go watch and comment under that, because I worked so hard on those series, and your support definitely means so much to me. So go to my YouTube, go to my website, icrybaby.com, and join my Discord server. See you tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. and take care of yourselves. Thanks again for watching.